Pease Pottage, Charnock Richard, Clackett Lane. Exceptional names for an exceptional institution. Motorway service stations. Madam Chair, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, let's go on a journey to discover the value of motorway service stations. We'll explore the beautiful and rich history of motorway service stations. We'll ride straight over the misconceptions of motorway service stations and then arrive at the top 5 UK service stations. Our story starts, as it should, with the great road builders, the Romans. They conceived of rest stops as a tonic to revive weary travellers. The concept endured through the Middle Ages, through pilgrim inns and traditional coaching inns. And then, for a long time, not a great deal happened. Until the advent of the motorway. The first motorway service station was born. And I'm not going to patronise you, know what it is, obviously. It's the Watford Gap on the M1, 1959. Admittedly, it was just a bunch of derelict farm buildings, but soon there was a generation of fantastic motorway service stations, inspired with futuristic Scandinavian expressionist architecture. Psychedelic restaurants served by women in miniskirts on platforms overhanging the kaleidoscope of the motorway itself. These were built by the same people who had a background in television, bingo halls, horse racing, and Miss World competitions. They wanted to dazzle us. They wanted to excite and to thrill us. But after some long thinking and a couple of recessions, they realised that we didn't want to be entertained. No, we wanted to stay for as short a time as was possible. And then the inevitable decline. Overpriced food, lack of quality, unflushed toilets. Let's understand each of them one by one. Pricing. The motorway service station operators have to pay for all of the buildings, whereas in other countries, they're paid for by the government. And this includes the exit and the entrance slip roads. They have to be open 24 hours a day, providing car parking facilities, toilet facilities, fuel facilities, and food facilities, regardless of whether there are any customers there to pay for it. Quality. They're responding to our needs. You'll no longer find chili con cardboard food. Instead, you'll find Marks and Spencer's food with prawn and avocado sandwiches. Cleanliness. Modern motorway service stations have Dyson hand dryers. You know the type. You know, they go like this and they almost suck the skin straight off. Cleanliness. And they have wipe-operated flushes. Star bloody Trek. The people are finally getting what the people have always wanted. And if you are not getting what you want, then I say, drive on. Drive on. I have personally driven for over 50 miles up the M1, desperately needing the toilet, but I would not stop until I found a motorway service station purveying decent coffee. There's a barren patch around Chesterfield. You'll know when you get to it because the motorway suddenly turns into cobblestone. And there's a faint smell of chimney smoke, and you just sort of somehow realise that you're wearing a flat cap. Drive on. You only deserve to stay at the best motorway service stations. And thinking of the best, yes, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. The top 5 UK service stations. May I have the results, please? Don't worry, you're not the only one who's excited. At 5. The new giant, Beaconsfield on the M40. Controversial. And number 4, you may have heard of it, Heston Blumenthal's Popham services on the M3. I noticed some quizzical looks. I think some of you are questioning the provenance of these results. But I can assure you it's thorough and robust research that went into it. I can tell you because I did it myself. I asked 7 friends. 3 replied. And speaking of 3, number 3, the Old Faithful. Scotch corner on the A1M.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. You know it. And number 2, the Young Pretender. Oxford services, again on the M40. And now for number 1. Round of applause at the ready. It had to be, didn't it? On the M6, T-Bay services. T-Bay services. You won't find any flashing slot machines or greasy massage chairs there. Just locally produced food served in magnificent moorland surroundings. T-Bay services represents the epitome of the upward swing in the institution of the motorway service station. The people are getting what they want, and so much more. I realised a few years ago that I actually love motorway service stations. And I think if you were really honest with yourself, you do too.